Your reaction looks okay.
I've had better. Hi, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Dora.
And we're Mr. and Mrs. K.
We're a couple from New York that started this channel in 2021 to share our travel, food, and experiences.
Follow us as we find new, interesting, and exciting things along the way. Boop, boop. Hi friends!
Hi friends!
Welcome back to our channel. So today we're actually in Manhattan.
As the weather warmed up, we are looking for somewhere to go outdoor. So we found this Rooftop Park by Pier 57. So we're gonna go check it out. It's also pet friendly, so we have our waffle here. In the same building, there's actually a market, a fruit hall with about
15 to 16
vendors in there, and it's indoors, so which is perfect for us. So we're gonna spend the day, check out the food, and check out the rooftop.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to hit up all of the vendors, but I don't know if that's possible. So we're gonna try to hit as many vendors as we can, and just see how the prices are and see if they're worth it, and let you guys know. So I guess let's go.
Let's go. Ooh, waffle.
Alright, so this is where the audio kind of got messed up. But anyway, the space was pretty big. It's fairly large. And it definitely had a modern kind of, like a modern industrial kind of feel to it, which was very nice. And I loved how each vendor were able to kind of add their own creativity or a touch of creativity to their space. So you'll see different things hanging around, which is really cool. And there was this area separate from the actual market where you can stand and eat if you didn't want to sit. It was interesting because there weren't too many people in that section. So getting into the vendors, there was a nice variety. I was actually really impressed with the kind of diversity. You had Chinese, Indian, Mexican, Italian, and so much more. You can get different kinds of things such as like desserts, coffee, seafood, and like dim sum. There was a whole bunch of stuff. And I was very impressed with the selections that they had. Alright, so we started our culinary journey with Ammi, which is an Indian cuisine, and we got their dosa, but they also had like biryani, paratha, and more. There was a bunch of other stuff that they had, and you can actually see them making it in the front, which is really cool. But the dosa was actually really good. It was packed with like a masala potato and had a whole bunch of different seasoning and spices and stuff, which is awesome. It also came with a tomato chutney and a coconut chutney, which both were very good and really enhanced the dosa, but our favorite was definitely the tomato chutneys. You could actually taste a lot of the spices, and it's just a whole bunch of flavors. I would definitely say the dosas were probably one of the highlights of this food hall, and we would definitely recommend people getting it. So the next thing that we got at this market was the Bessou, which was like a Japanese karaage, which if you don't know, it's kind of like a popcorn chicken. We got two flavors. One was the original, and the second one was the nanban, which was like a jalapeno seaweed flavor. But they also had other flavors and other like Japanese small snacks like crispy rice, and I think it was a sandwich, like a sando, and it all looked really good. We just went with the original, just like the most basic thing that they have, because we wanted to try a bunch of different things. So when we got the karaage, it was a lot bigger than we anticipated. It was almost kind of like a chicken tender. Usually they're a little smaller. Probably just should have gotten the original. But yeah, the chicken actually had a very crispy texture and it was very juicy. The spicy mayo that was included with the original was very good and we would highly recommend that. Though the namban wasn't as crispy because of the sauces and everything, but it was good. It wasn't as spicy either, which is nice. It just had like a small kick to it. But yeah, this was another highlight that we would recommend as well. Now we get to Mijo, which is Mexican fare, and we went with just 2 tacos, very simple. We got the pollo con mole and the tacos de cecina. It did take a little longer than expected. It took maybe about 20 minutes to get these 2 tacos, and they weren't really big or anything, but there were a few people ahead of me. I was just surprised at how long it took me to get these tacos. So the pollo con mole was good. It was really juicy, not too spicy, and had a nice smoky flavor to it. It was very flavorful. The tacos de cecina was okay. It was cecina, if I remember correctly, is air dried, so it is a little tougher. The flavor was there though. It was, again, just very tough, and I definitely had to add the salsa to it to kind of moisten it up. And I also had other things on the menu like chips and guac flautas. And the third thing was the popsicles. There was a whole bunch of different flavors, and it seemed like they were probably the most popular. Again, there was a lot of flavor. The one we got was the strawberry lime, and that was super good. Highly recommended. It had a nice tart to it. So it was like sweet and sour, so it kind of balanced each other out, which was very good. They had like, I think, real chunks of like strawberry in them, so it was very good. The lime actually paired real well. But yeah, definitely recommend that one.
So the next spot was Zaab Zaab. It's actually a Thai food restaurant. Their menu is pretty simple. They have som tam, larb, and curry. We got the duck larb, which described as a minced meat seasoned with spice and side of house greens. It was really good. We got it as a medium spicy, so it's like a crumbled minced duck with sourness from lemon. It's spicy, savory, so it's overall really good.
Next, we tried the Madri, which is like Italian sandwiches, and I got the Nina, which is, I think, I don't know if it's their signature, but it was the first thing on their menu, and it had mortadella, pistachio pesto, arugula, lemon, and I think one more cold cut. I can't remember which one it was. But it was, to be honest, it was a little underwhelming, especially that bread. And with any sandwich, bread is probably one of the more important things to me. This bread was it wasn't just cold, it was kind of was borderline like cardboard. It just wasn't great. The bread wasn't great. The cold cuts that was included, those were really good. The pistachio pesto, that was fantastic as well. And it was fairly big. It was okay. It was just that bread that really didn't do it for me. But I did finish it though. So, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was just a little underwhelming. I guess I expected a little too much. But we did get the Italian soda, which was very good and probably better than the sandwich. Not really recommended. You could try it if you want to, but it's okay. Now we're getting into the dessert sections because at this point we were very stuffed. So the first spot was Malai, which was South Asian inspired ice cream flavors, and this was really cool. They had a whole list of different flavors that I've never seen before, and we got the cardamom pistachio crumble. How good does that sound, right? It was really good. You could really taste the cardamom. It's very similar to like the cinnamon and kind of nutmeg. A very nutty flavor, so that was very good. And we just really can't stop raving about them. There were so many other flavors that I really wanted to try, so maybe next time if we go back to Market 57, we'll definitely give them a shot.
The second dessert spot that we went was Good Batch. It's a really unique cookie. It's kind of a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker than the regular ones that we would get, but they're quite expensive. I think they average around $4 to $5. We got the lava and pumpkin chai snickerdoodle, and it was really good. It's moist, a little bit salty, but expensive. And then we also have the pumpkin chai snickerdoodle. Again, it was good. I just don't know if it's worth that price. Our last stop was Bird and Branch coffee. So I got the regular iced coffee with milk, and you got the lemonade, lychee lemonade. I definitely enjoy the coffee very much, so I have been thinking about it since. I think we're gonna definitely try that again.
The lemonade that I had was a lychee perilla lemonade, and you could definitely taste the lychee. It was subtle, but it was good. They have other seasonal flavors, which we definitely wanted to try. But Bird and Branch, they're located all around Manhattan, so we definitely probably gonna check them out. So now let's get to the price. So being in Manhattan, it's going to be fairly expensive. Expect it to be a little higher than most places. Overall, we spent about $120 for everything that you saw here today. Definitely pricier than what we would normally spend. Maybe it's inflation, maybe it's the Manhattan prices, maybe it's both. You know, I think these days things are getting a lot more expensive. It's definitely going to be a challenge to find anything under $5 here. With Ammi, the dosas, that was like $12. The karaage, that was $13 per order. So that was about $30 for the two. The tacos at Mijo, that was about $9. And the popsicle, that was $5, so that was actually pretty expensive now that I think about it. The underwhelming sandwich, that was like $19-20, so yeah, that was pretty expensive. So yeah, it was definitely a more expensive day for us. So just know that you'll be spending a lot more.
The reason we're going to Pier 57 is because it's newly built Rooftop Park, which seems very nice from the pictures. So we want to go check it out.
Yep. So to get there, you have to go into the Market 57 and go past it. There's a set of elevators that take you up to the park, or you could take the stairs, which was about 4 to 5 floors, and it wasn't as bad as we thought.
And when you walk up, immediately you will have a great view of Hudson River, downtown Manhattan, Jersey City skyline, which is not comparable to Manhattan skylines, but still enjoyable. And you also, from top down, seeing the tiny island or the floating island that was recently built during the pandemic.
Yeah, and then the other side has a view too. I guess it's a view of the golf course. So I mean, clearly one side has a better view than the other. The day we went, the weather was actually pretty nice. The sun was out. There was no clouds. Aside from the wind, it was pretty nice. I mean, we definitely enjoyed being up there.
Yeah, and then along the side, there's a lot of seating areas. You can sit down and enjoy the views.
And then there was a small park, like in the middle of everything, where you see people just having picnics, dogs running around, people throwing football, and just people just relaxing.
Yeah, and the garage is very well maintained, so we have Waffle running around a little bit, and you don't have to worry about the dog picking up some weird things on the floor.
And then there is a set of stairs, like big stairs similar to like Times Square, where people were sitting as well, and it actually leads up to the second level of the park. And that area was, I mean, there's really not much going on. It's just you get a slightly better view of Manhattan.
A very big open space.
Yeah, it's just an open space, more seating, and just more places to relax. But again, there's nothing really going on there.
But it's a really nice park. So Pier 57 is definitely a really good place to spend a day. You can get food there first and get a snack. You can go to the park, relax, and walk around, digest a little bit, come back down, have a dessert.
So at the time of this recording, Pier 57 and Market 57 have been open for about, I think, 2 months.
2 months.
So there was less of a crowd when we went, but as the weather gets better and summer approaches, I'm sure I can definitely see this Market 57, Pier 57, the rooftop just being super crowded.
But it's definitely a nice add-on to Manhattan, given there's really limited space for park.
So we didn't get to try all the food, but hopefully we'll have the chance to come back and try the remainder of the vendors and shops.
If you like this video, please give us a thumb up.
Don't forget to share and subscribe. We release videos every Thursday.
See you next week. Bye!